Right, thanks for joining us. There's all sorts going on, has been going on, and this Friday coming up, we've got some of the most ridiculous fights on the One Championship card. I believe it's the highest paid purses ever in Lumpini Stadium. All the top boys are on it. There's Muangthai, Seksan, Samir, Prajanchai, all the top ties, fighting some of our best fighters. Nico, Carrillo, Saxon. It's going to be unbelievable. Superlek versus Nabil. There's all sorts been going on in the UK as well. We've got the team with us. Richard Smith, Joe Craven, Badger. Thank you for joining us, guys. There's all sorts going on. Let's have a quick shout out for the sponsor stuff. Obviously, Manscaped, #1 in male grooming. Now, everyone will be sick of us talking about how fucking as well as balls are looking, so they have got some new products coming out as well. There's the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. With that, you get the Beard Hedger trimmer, beard shampoo, beard conditioner, beard oil, beard balm, beard brush, beard comb, beard scissors. So the thing is, we need Schoolie in here to model this for us with his big beard hanging out. Having said that, he shaved it off. So even he can't model it. But if you are into your beard and grooming it and keeping it nice and fresh, that is the new one from Manscaped. The Beard Hedger. Obviously, you've got the Performance Package 4.0. You've got the Weed Whacker, all the ball stuff to make you smell nice. With the Performance Package 4.0 now, you also get free underwear, free shower bag, travel bag. You get obviously you've got the Performance 4.0 lawnmower. So yeah, everything you need for your male grooming in there. Also, just going to talk a little bit about Caldera Lab's new skincare for males. All scientifically proven. And to be fair, I never really bothered much with skincare products. And I started using this when they contacted us, and it had really good. I'm actually 64 years old, and I'm old. Dad. I've been using that shit, and it makes me look really good. But again, there's all sorts going on there. You've got the face washing, the shower, moisturizer. You've got the oil to use before bed to get rid of all the wrinkles and all that stuff. I know we need for this. We need Andy House on this because he looks like he's wearing a screen mask these days, mate. All his face is slowly melting away in it. So we need Andy back in here.
He had to shave his beard off, didn't he?
Yeah. What did I say over there? I said, Andy, you look like a melted candle. What's happening here, mate? So we need him in there to model some of this for us. I'm going to get Andy on it, and we'll bring him back in studio in a couple of weeks, and we'll see.
Before and after.
Yeah, we'll see how it is. So yeah, for both of those, obviously use on Manscaped. Use code Kickin' for 20% off. And for the Caldera Labs, also use Kickin' for 20% off, free shipping and all that jazz. Right, straight into business. We'll come to One Championship shortly. Let's talk about Craven's insane fight on Hitman Fight League, just while he's here and that. Because obviously that were our show, the Hitman Fight League. It was incredible. Craven with the co-main alongside Neem for the world title and Joe Ryan for that world title. Joe, you had one of the most ridiculous fights
ever
that you probably you might ever have in your career. And the atmosphere and the crowd went mental. You fought Carlos de Silis, 88 fights, 68 wins. He was no mug. Some of the guys from Spain were even saying he's one of the best Spanish fighters that there's been in a very long time. So just talk to us a little bit about what happened and what was going on.
Well, it was weird, because I actually felt good in the fight.
Yeah.
Even 1 and 2, even though obviously I got dropped.
Do you know what I did as well? Because I couldn't see it on the day. I went back and I was watching the slow-mo.
It's just that short knee.
Yeah,
the shortest knee ever.
But I was saying he was pointy and he had good technique, and his heel was touching his arse, mate. It was all him.
It was a weird one, because before I went out, I was saying to Badger, my top set of abs are killing. It weren't like anywhere else. It was just my top set of abs, and like Steve was massaging me in that, even on my back, and I'm like, fucking abs are killing. And Badger like, nah, it'd just be nerves. Anyway, went out, fucking weren't nerves. Fuck, mate. But
it was the shortest knee on point because you've hit him and he hit you. And
I didn't even really think it was.
And about 3 seconds later,
massive.
you just went, oh!
That's the worst thing about a body shot. It doesn't register straight away.
It's
in crank from getting oh no.
I was in the air. I was flying home from Thailand when he was fighting. And Finlay I said, you need to, the Wi-Fi, I was on Wi-Fi, but it wouldn't stream, the fight wasn't good enough. So I kept saying, you need to keep me informed. So Finlay messaged me, says, fight started. It's all right, he's winning this round easy. He's in charge. Oh, he's just gone down.
Joe's on deck.
He's just got dropped. Oh, it's all right, the round's just ended, he's okay. Next round, he's back in it now, he's beating him. Yeah, he's winning, he's in front.
Yeah, he's down.
Oh dear, he's down again. What's going on here? Oh, never mind. The round's ended. And then the next thing, Joe stopped him. So
We had
I
to
wish
give you
I'd
the
been
talk in the corner, Joe.
You
didn't
know
we?
what? I'd love it if you were all mic'd up in that
Oh,
corner.
fucking hell.
dear.
This is not Thai boxing
Fucking
anymore,
hell.
Joe.
Well-
This is the fucking fight now.
You
Thank
went,
God.
right, Joe, you need to make it a dog fight. Go hit me fucking body. And as he went, he fucking jabbed me straight in body. I went, whoa, Liam. I went, don't do that. And he went, fucking go hit me body. And he punched me again. I went, nah, Liam, I'm going to go. He went, gonna go.
I'm gonna
go.
He said
He went, I'll fucking show you. You're going to go. Hit me one more time, man. Get out there and fucking fight. And then out with it. There was still another minute left in fucking corner.
It was too important because
But you were 2
Worked
10-8
though,
rounds. You
didn't it?
can't win on points then,
Yeah,
right? So you
worked
need to
though,
knock him
didn't
out. But the thing is, in round 2, he would start trying really hard. He started to fade, and I thought, oh, Joe's got him here. And then he got you again.
Shortest knee ever. Think about it, is like you said before the fight. You know when different things were going wrong for you, and I thought, this is a bad time, but this is going to turn the fight
Oh,
around.
we're a bad
This
time to
will
fight,
make Joe.
alright.
Oh my God, he's down.
Yeah.
I thought, Christ. I thought he can't lose this fight. So it's
But
like, right,
he
mate.
won those rounds clearly.
Yeah.
Other than the last.
Yeah, he's,
Over than
yeah,
the-
you're better
10
than him,
seconds.
yeah.
Everything we were working spot on.
it
It
was
was
like
like you were getting
short knee.
destroyed and then got
Yeah.
dropped. You were winning.
Yeah, it was a bit of a weird one.
I
But
wanted
it
him.
made it entertaining.
That third round,
I wanted
I
him
went
dead, man. I
fucking
went
insane.
seriously. Fuck that motherfucker. I went.
yeah.
I want him dead. Like the minute you touch gloves, just get him.
Do you know what made it 10 times better though? The fucking crowd.
Yeah,
Oh,
great.
The
that whole
atmosphere
place.
at Hitman Show
yeah.
were fucking
The whole
next
place
level.
was on their feet for that.
Yeah, that were nuts.
Also on that show, Joe Ryan, fucking hell. I honestly thought Magnus might give him some problems and stuff. And I felt a bit sorry for Magnus. He came up to me before the show and he went, oh, thanks for having me on. I'm really looking forward to fighting Joe. I know I've got to watch that head kick because he can kick you from anywhere. And then he just couldn't stop it. He literally had hold of his arms in clinch. And then when someone's holding you in clinch, and like Andy does it a lot, he can lift his head up and just hit you. Joe's legs are like they aren't attached to his body. They're like independent from his body. His hip comes out and that shin comes.
But it's not even a flick.
Oh, man, it's
like a
horrendous.
bat. It's like a bat hitting you.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
geez.
he's
That
got
was
big
sharp.
legs.
No, he has got big
Yeah.
legs.
That
And
was
you-
the sharpest
the-
I've ever seen.
And
Joe,
I
as
never
well.
noticed that until
Yeah.
I was watching him warm up. And I was stood there and I said, fucking hell, Joe, your legs are big, aren't they?
Yeah.
I never noticed that before.
I
but the rest of
sparred
him's skinny.
him the week
Yeah,
before, and honestly, that was the sharpest I've ever seen
Yeah.
him. But it were a little bit heavier this time. It didn't come much weight anyway, but for this time, he were a little bit heavier than he usually is. So maybe that's why he looked a little bit thicker. I don't know, but I know he's using a different nutritionist than
Yeah.
now.
Well,
so.
he's getting older as well. He's only 19. Like by the time he gets to 21, 22, he might be fine at 75 because he's only going to steep. The way he trains as well, he trains like a maniac, doesn't he? So I think he will struggle to
Some
maintain
talent, though.
72.5
Some talent.
soon.
Yeah.
And he'll have to move up to what's the next way up? 76. isn't it?
76,
Yeah. So he will have to move up. But yeah, that was an unbelievable performance because he warned Magnus with the left head kick first, and he like stopped that just on his neck, and he didn't get it off properly. And then we were all like, "Ooh, what's the head kick?" And then he just out of nowhere.
I think it's the sound it makes when it hits. It's like a genuine bat
Well,
around the neck.
sometimes head kicks they sound a bit like a
Yeah.
That were a clonk. Oh, like, oh god, that was shin on.
And do
chin.
you know what though?
Yeah.
He doesn't do anything like specifically fast or like
Yeah,
that.
it's
It's just
just
everything's time,
Perfect
bam.
timing.
His teep as well. He teeped Magnus 4 times in a row right at the start of the fight, and he couldn't stop it.
I feel that soul destroyer, when you
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
stop that team.
And I've been like, oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
Going to be one of them.
Powerless to stop it.
What else we have on that card? There's some really crazy fights on there.
I thought the whole show was mental.
Yeah, we were classed.
The
Chip
main card
chase.
was unbelievable.
I've always got to look for Chip Chase.
Yeah. He had
Winning
a
or
tough-
losing, he's always there. Come
Yeah.
on, let's do it.
Mate, do you know what? I sat ringside and watched him, and know what was quite entertaining? Listening to Chip Chase talk to the guy in the fight. Guy had hit him with a
nuts,
sick combo, and he go, "Nice one, mate. Come on, do it again." I'm like, "Fucking hell, he's
Yeah.
crazy. He's crazy."
Ask for
Yeah,
it.
it's nuts.
Yeah, he
he
loves fighting. doesn't he?
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Do you know what? And that other guy, he give him that. He just like stood there. He had a war. It was a fucking really good, entertaining fight for the crowd.
What about the most metal plate fucking slid out of his head?
Why were some guy got elbowed and his face sunken in? So the
Mate, it just
ambulance.
looked like he had a big dint in his
Yeah,
head.
the ambulance had to take him to hospital, and they went, oh, "He's got a metal plate in his head." I went, "Why are you fighting with a metal?
Metal
Who
plate.
told him this is a wise idea?"
It's ridiculous.
So the plate has sunk into his eyeball or something
They'd probably
now.
fight be like Wolverine, just like
Yeah,
improve his body. I'm like, dude,
Yeah,
it
I've
don't
got
work
steel
like
jaw
that.
now, I'll
I've
never
got
get
steel.
hurt.
I'll never get hurt.
but he was all right, and he had a little operation sorted out, and he was absolutely fine. Next Hitman Fight League show will be versus CFS on November 18th. We've got some really good, exciting fights for that. We'll be back at the Ballers Arena on February What did I say over there? 17th.
I don't know.
About your
it's
fight.
February.
Yeah, well, it's going to be February. We're back at Bowls Arena. Richard, you've been out in Thailand. Amber Kitchen went to fight. Again, she was up against it. Like, she's fighting girls who have all had like 5 times her experience, and she's just come up short again. But she's proving that she's making improvements and proving that she's just at that level, but just not slightly getting it there yet. Ain't you, Richard? What else do you think will be next for Amber? Then just talk to us a little bit about the fight first, because that girl was number 4 in the pound for pound kickboxing rankings, 8 times world champion.
Not lost this more like 16 fights.
14 fight win streak. So, do you know what I mean? She's up against it, Amber.
Yeah,
What's Amber had? 18 fights?
I knew that, 18, like less than 20 adult fights. And really, you know, it was all, I've had a 12-week fight camp for this fight and all that, but she'd been to our gym now. This is she's now come to live in Leeds, and she's been in Leeds for 12 weeks. So she's trained with us for 12 weeks, but I don't mean that's really a fight camp. I don't want to make excuses for her, but she got a bad injury about 3 weeks before the fight.
She was fucked. Remember that she was having to sit down and do what I would do when I had a knee operation and hit pads on a box, wasn't she, at one point?
Yeah, you know, I don't want to make excuses. We took the fight, that's it. So, but she badly hurt her ankle, couldn't kick. I wasn't really able to do the training that I wanted to do with her for the last 3 to 4 weeks. I had to work round stuff. And even then, she went in there and made it a very close fight.
I'll tell you what, round once she
flew out. Going to knock her out
about
first.
She flew out the gate. I thought, hey, she might get it done here. Just
the girl had to dig deep.
That was what experience, mate. The girl knew how to survive and weather that storm that got put on her early. She's going to do up to 60 fights.
That she's up there at that level, and certainly shows she deserves to be there. She's really marketable. World Championship like her because, you know, she is marketable. She's just exactly the kind of, if I can talk about a human being this way, the kind of product that they're after. And she is only going to get better. She's got confidence from that fight. Obviously, she was disappointed. But she's got confidence from the performance, from the response that people gave her, from what people said to her afterwards, from, you know, being in there. And I can only see her getting better and better from now. I think that fight was a turning point. And don't forget, next time she fights, she'll have been with us for, you know, more months and more years, and then we'll have had time to change and improve. It's not a physical change that she needs. Her ability and her technique and everything's superb. She's very talented. It's just
the experience in it as well, really. And yeah, like obviously that girl, I think she had 54 fights or whatever, 8-time world champion. That girl's had so many fights, and it's like the little subtle things, like when the girl got wobbled she were all over it first 30 seconds. I thought I'm going to knock her out. She just knew that little bit what to do to get us out of trouble and how to slow the fight back down to her pace and stuff. And like I say, that's going to only come in time.
I've said this. I mean, I'll bring Joe's bad experience prior to that. We went to Germany, didn't we? And Joe was beating that guy and then lost. Got tagged. What have you had now, Joe? 30 fights.
Yeah, just over.
Yeah, well, he's at a round of 30 fight level. He's fighting guys who've had 80, 90, 100 fights. Yeah. You look at yourself or Liam and Andy and people like that, you know, getting to 100 fight level of experience makes a big difference. They're just babies in the sport, really. They're not the finished product yet.
Of course.
Got another 50 fights to have before they're that. Difficult to get there when you get to this level, but that's what it needs as well. We can only give them so much in the gym. The rest of it has to come, unfortunately, through.
It does feel like the next generation speeded up, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%, mate. Like, look at Agate, and he's 2-time champion. He's only had about 30 fights.
Yeah.
I find that mad.
But again, when you're on one championship, it's not Muay Thai. It's a different sport altogether. 100%. It's global rule set, and you put them in 4-ounce gloves, and everything changes. The whole dynamic of the sport changes, which is why I don't really understand how there's fighters who only fight on one championship, but they're getting ranked number 1 by like WMO and WBC. Because to me, that's not tradition. It's totally different. You put them in 8-ounce gloves and make them fight 5 frees Muay Thai against some of the top ties, they're not winning, and it's as simple as that.
It suits punchers a lot more, doesn't it? You've got these technicians who love to kick.
100%.
Put them in little
It'll fail
4-ounce gloves, mate.
Or if you
Game over.
you put one of them in a state Rajadam Nerm,
I
5
don't think
frees.
they get a win.
Do you know what I mean?
I
They're
don't think
going to
they get a
struggle.
win.
That's not Muay Thai. So leave the one championship rankings to one championship. If you're going to rank in the WBC and the WMO, then it needs to be traditional 5 frees Muay Thai, if that's what you're going to call it. If you're not going to call it, everyone just go by one championship rule set and rankings and that be it. No point having any more titles, no point having any more rankings or anything like that. If they're going to take that into consideration, just rank one championship and everyone just go for that belt. Because
And what I don't like is, have you seen a couple of shows around England trying to do the 4-ounce gloves,
Yeah.
but Thai boxing? I'm like, you guys aren't looking after the people enough to
Yeah,
to
of
actually
course.
do that. You can't get paid 500 quid for a fight like that.
mate,
We're not ready for that in the UK.
nah,
No way,
people
no.
breaking their hands and smashing the face.
You
in
won't get
and-
no experience. 6 fights in, you
Yeah,
You need the right money for them
You
sort of
do.
fights.
you do, and you need the
It's
right level of
serious.
skill to
It's
pick
not
your
even
shots.
money,
and-
is it? Yeah, it's not even money, is it? If some multi-millionaire comes along and says, I'll pay everybody, 50 grand a fight, we're not ready for it
Nah.
in the UK in terms of the trainers, the gyms, the fighters, or anything. We need to develop Muay Thai with gloves on our sport first.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm ready for 50 grand a fight. I don't know
You're not
about you.
putting them on until you learn. Stop blocking punches with your face, you.
Precisely.
He had more of a guard during the fight.
He
though.
did have more of a guard, and he got whacked
Yeah,
in the
right.
body instead.
Yeah, God, that's
His
why.
guard was too high, that's why he got hit in the body.
Yeah.
He was just crossing
First
the
time in my
I'm
whole
ready to
life I've
go.
actually blocked everything at first.
On that show, did you watch the Region Urson fight? What a strange knockout that one, wasn't it? What were it like when you were there? Were it like a kick punch,
Well,
wasn't it?
you
With
know
him on
what?
top of head.
So
I thought tip of the chin.
round the
wasn't it?
hotel
Not
all
Ed.
week.
Yeah.
But around the hotel all week, the Russian guy was walking around, massive big muscles, and a lot of people were saying, "Blooming heck, I tell you what,
Might cause him problems."
Ursul's going to have problems here." Few people said they thought he was going to knock Ursul out. They'd seen him punching, they could see what the guy could do. And as soon as the fight started, I literally just come out of my mouth saying, "Bloody hell, he's good, isn't he, Ursul?" Because
Yeah.
it kind of controlled him and just stopped him
Bad
from
man, innit?
doing
Yeah.
anything.
He's one of my favourite fighters. Yeah,
Proper bad
He was
man.
good pound for
and then,
pound.
yeah, that kick punch was
Yeah.
it was a left kick, left punch turned into a kind of a hook,
yeah. He was like over, wasn't it?
and
Yeah.
it only tipped him on his chin, didn't it?
Yeah.
Whether he meant to knock him out, probably I don't think he did. I don't think it was.
I think
intended
it was
to
just an
knock him out.
unexpected technique, and the guy didn't see it. And it's them ones that you
Didn't
don't
see
see because it was so unorthodox.
And it wasn't even
yeah.
just a flash knockdown. I mean,
Oh,
he
it was,
proper-
yeah,
it
it
was
proper
gone, wasn't
sparked
it?
him.
Badly gone.
It was almost. I thought he was almost going to have to stretch him.
He's got
Yeah.
dynamite in his hands, though, him, hasn't he?
Well, the thing is, what impresses me about him, he's always got some answer for everything. His last fight against Sinsamo, he lost every round.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3. He was so far down, and then Badger. Then, just as you were thinking, looking like the writing on the wall, he pulled that horrible body shot out and knocked him out. He's always got some. What's that saying that Roddy Piper used to say in wrestling? Just when they think they got all of the answers, I changed the question.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. He looked to me. We were sat watching it live, and he remember him all thinking, "Well, he's lost every round here. There's no way back."
He's not lost for 12 years.
Is that what it is?
Something like 12 years. He's
That's
not lost for.
outrageous.
But
Is it?
you know yourself,
That can't be
Liam,
right.
So you've been in fights where you've been losing, your back's up against the wall, and then you've knocked him out.
Yeah.
And what it is, I think, is once you know you can do that, you don't give up in a fight.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
go, don't matter, I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you. And even if, you can't quite step it up to start winning on points again, you think, well, never mind, I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you.
Yeah, I'll
And then
find
you do.
something.
I'll
Yeah,
find
yeah.
something.
Whereas a fighter who doesn't have that ability or hasn't had those experiences thinks, oh, I'm losing shit, I'm losing, I need to do something about it. And they haven't got that self-belief to know that, well, I'm going to get you eventually. So I think Ursul just got that, and he knows it's not over until the final bell goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, let's bring it onto this show coming up because it's absolutely outrageous. Let's start City Chai versus Eddie Azabolo Badger. So obviously Azabolo's got that unorthodox, slippery style. How do you see that working against City Chai? Because to me, even though he don't fight Muay Thai regular, I think City Chai is the baddest man in that division. He beat Tawon Chai
Yep, he
a
did.
year and a half ago. He beat him.
How come no one ever speaks about that?
He beat him in Muay Thai and no one ever mentions it.
No one ever mentions that.
Because then they sent him back to kickboxing to put him in that tournament. And he did well in the tournament, but the fucking, what's my man called? Alazov.
Yeah.
He lost
Yeah,
to
he's-
Alazov, but he's ridiculous, that
he's
guy,
another
mate.
level of himself.
He's outrageous.
He's
I'd like
the
to see
kickboxing champ.
I'd like to
He's
I'd
the
like to see him
kickboxing
move
champ.
up and meet Ursul midway, like in between, because that'd be insane, I think. But anyway, that's neither here or there. City Chai versus Azabolo, talk to me.
The thing about it is, like you said, marketable. I don't feel like Sitchai's marketable like Tawan Chai. He's straightforward. He'll win the fight, but it won't be nothing fancy. It won't be nothing amazing. Because I think he'll beat Eddie, but once again, it won't be anything flashy. It won't be anything amazing. He'll get his hand raised, then he'll move on. So I do feel bad for Sitchai.
Yeah, it's a shame because he did beat Tawan Chai. And he's knocked out Superbomb before, and do you know what I mean?
He don't get recognised for the achievement. I tried to beat someone else that I love as well. I thought like, whoa.
He's beating everyone.
Yeah, I think he
the man
literally
at
out
that
beating
weight.
everyone.
Basics perfect though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Big left kick, timed his shots.
And last time,
Slows the
Eddie
pace of the
struggled
fight.
with southpaw when he fought Liam.
Yeah.
He struggled with southpaw, so...
Having
But the
said
size
that,
of Liam
though,
as well, though, he's tall.
Yeah, Eddie, that were at 77. I'm guessing this is going to be at 70 because City Chai never fights over that weight. So Eddie must be bringing his weight down slowly. What did he fight Nick Larson at last time? Because he put a schooling on
Well,
Larson.
I knew Eddie was ranked at 70, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So maybe he's just gone back down to his normal weight and
Yeah.
he took that with Liam just for the sake of fighting. I don't know, but...
Yeah, I do like watching his unorthodox, slippery style, and he looked good against
With his
Larson.
spinning back elbows, he loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's just whether he can do that against someone experienced as City Chai.
I don't think that works against that style.
Yeah.
At time, he'll start to time his kicks and he'll start to see what he's doing. He'll stop him doing it and he'll cut him down. And like you say, it probably won't be the most exciting fight. We'll enjoy watching it because we'll like the technical aspects of it. But it's probably not something that the crowd, the man on the street, the general public are going
He can work on his front foot and his back foot as well, can't he? As well. So when Eddie comes forward and he's spinning around and stuff like that, he'll just
get
move
a
back
title
left
shot
kick,
if
move
he
back
beats
left
Eddie.
kick.
I can't see why not. If he is going back to Muay Thai, I can't see why he ain't going to be one of the first ones because he's the last one to beat Tawan Chai.
To beat Tawan.
So he should be the next one to.
I was convincing to beat him.
Yeah, exactly. And
It
I
wasn't
know
close.
Alazov's fighting Grigorian, I believe, next in the kickboxing, and then Superbond's going to be getting back in the mix. So leave them to deal with that, and let's get City because there's not many contenders who can fight with Tawan Chai.
No.
He'll just destroy everyone. So you may as well get him back in the mix, because other than him, and obviously I thought Pech Morocco took it down to the wire with him. Other than them two, but Pech Morocco's with RWS now. I don't see anyone else around that way.
Is he gone now then?
He's with RWS. Pech and D took all the boys with him,
took
yeah.
him.
Oh, yeah.
So that he's gone. So I don't see anyone else around that who's going to cause him any problems. So let's keep City Chai with Muay Thai for a bit because he's had his time with kickboxing.
Yeah.
Won all the titles, beat all the best
Glory
guys.
and
Let's
all
bring
that.
him back to Muay Thai and get him
Give some
involved in
elbows.
that. Yeah.
I like to see that.
So next on the card, Muangthai versus Carrillo. I have no idea how fucking Nico Carrillo he makes this weight because he's absolutely fucking humongous. He's humongous. I think the danger for Muangthai here is going to be early doors because Nico can bang as well in them gloves. You don't know what you're going to get with like Muangthai because he keeps surprising us. I thought Kulobdan might punch his head in, and he just like walked through him and just took him out and then blasted him out with an elbow, didn't he? Carrillo might try and fight a little bit how he did against Seksan early doors, though. You reckon? Maybe move, kick, step off, not get too involved, and then unload some power with his hands. But I don't know what to expect from this fight. That's why I'm really interested.
I think if he's to beat me, he's to knock him out.
Yeah.
I don't think technically wise he'll keep up with Muangthai, but
I'll tell you what's
power
surprising
side of
about
him.
Muangthai, and I was saying this to Nico and JP when we were discussing tactics and that. I was just saying it's how fast he fucking closes the distance. He'll teep you and knock you away, and then as you're resetting, then he's there trying to fucking elbow you and that. It's watching him on videos and that. He don't look special. He just looks tough and be able to weather a storm and get inside. But there's a lot more going on than what you actually see until he's in front of you doing
he's
it.
got two sides of his game, man.
Yeah,
He can either chip away and just chip away. But as soon as he needs to, there, boom, he's on you.
There's one of those him and Seksan, two fighters that have me.
I
on
was
the
just
edge of my
thinking.
seat.
Have you watched some of their stadium
Even
fights when they
Saxon.
fought each other?
Yeah.
It's absolutely outrageous,
You
mate.
know something's bad is just about to happen.
Yeah.
It's like,
They had a certain person because have you watched them train right? And you're just watching. I just going.
Well, honestly, when we were training to fight Muangthai,
Falling
we were
over.
watching videos of him training. We're going,
What the hell?
no,
can't see how he can
yeah.
possibly.
And then you watch him fight, and you're like, fucking hell, he's insane. You know what I mean? Yeah.
The way he started out to fight you, the technical way he started to fight you was really impressive. And I was like, oh shit, you know. But then
He wouldn't let
you
me
know,
settle. He kept teeping. He
Yeah.
kept doing stuff to off balance me. And,
yeah, really. You know, it looked like it was going to be a real good technical performance, and then he got drawn into a ward, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because he dropped you.
yeah, true.
And it smelled blood, and that was the worst thing to do against you.
Yeah.
Is to come in to try to finish you off because you're very dangerous in that situation. And he forgot his discipline basically.
Yeah.
He needs to if he's going to beat Carrillo, he'll have to stay disciplined because Carrillo has got a big.
Yeah, he's very, very strong, and he's massive for that weight. I have no idea how he makes that weight. I know he's working with Pete at condition nutrition and stuff as well. But he's so big because he fought at 70 last time, and he was absolutely shredded at 70. So yeah, if he makes that weight comfortably, it's going to be. If Nico don't blast him out there early though, he'll have to like.
That's the issue.
Yeah. Stop. What's going to happen? It's because he's going to be running in, looking to elbow, and it's an interesting one, isn't it?
If he gasses, he's done.
Yeah,
because
it's going to be really,
elbow's on before a reason. He'll literally just hold you, elbow, pull, step, elbow, try, and he won't stop doing it. And if you gas, he'll cut you open.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though, Muangthai as well. His last few fights, so he beat that Tupiev. No, well, he came back. He beat that Kuzman. Who fought Haggerty, left kicked him all over. Then he beat Tupiev, and then Tupiev's next fight, he battered that Alverde and put him on his ass and everything. So I was like, hang on a minute, Muangthai destroyed him. Then his fight after that, he destroyed Kulabdam and knocked him flat out with the elbow. So he's on very good form at the minute.
That.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that. I thought small gloves. Muangthai's in trouble here.
Suits Kulabdam a little bit as well, them small gloves, doesn't it?
Of course, yeah.
Do you think Nico should try to pull the trigger
early doors, mate.
Just
maybe,
get him out of there.
But he might try and kick and move a little bit how he did against Seksan. But I think Muangthai's technically better than Seksan, so it might not work too much, especially with him being southpaw and stuff as well. But again, it's an interesting one. I'm fucking massively interested.
Yeah.
Right, we had Nathan Bendon was in the studio. Okay, dialing in live now from Thailand. He's out in Bangkok. Are you at FA Group, Nathan? Yeah, is that where you're training? Yeah, so he's training for his fight in Thailand. Obviously, he has a massive, not only a massive test, but a massive chance and a massive scalp to take here. He's fighting Seksan. Seksan's been on absolute fire on one championship at the minute, been involved in some crazy fights. Now, obviously, Nathan, you came runner-up in the tournament, but now you're back on one championship era. This is your time to shine, and obviously maybe grab yourself a contract if you can knock out Seksan or take a victory. How's training going, mate? Talk to us a little bit about training out in Thailand, your camp, how the fight came about, etc.
Oh, so I got a phone call off one of the matchmakers, and they said, "Do you want to come out, fight Seksan in 4 weeks' time?" I said, I got on an all-inclusive holiday to Greece next week. So I went with my family, my 2 daughters and my wife, went on holiday. I was training 5 hours a day. To go for a jog or whatever. Found a gym there. The people there were lovely, brilliant. You know, there was a bag, there was some pads. It wasn't any sparring or clinch or anything, but it was, you know, I've just, at this moment in time, I've got to get my lungs in, and it's hot, so I need to be in here. So got back from Greece. I had a week at home. Had 9 lads fight on a show on that weekend. Wild. So we were busy there, and then I come to Thailand. I got 10 days in Thailand.
So obviously fighting Seksan, you must have watched his last couple of fights on one championship. The one with Tyson Harrison, and then he fought that Romanian Sivan V2 or whatever he was called. But although he's been involved in some mad fights and he's won and he's got bonuses, you must have seen some vulnerabilities in there because he's been caught, he's been rocked, and obviously I think he's there for your style and the way you fight. We're all in agreement here. Well, I know me and Joe and Badger are. I don't know what Richard's thoughts on the fight are, but we all agree that we all think you're going to win. What vulnerabilities do you see in Seksan? Obviously, he's one of his biggest strengths. He's also one of his biggest weaknesses. He's there to be it, isn't he?
Of course. I think, like you say, it's his strengths and weaknesses because he loses balance. He shows that he's been hurt. He's open to be hit with any punch you throw. He only throws, 3 weapons, which is long arm out, right punch, right elbow, right kick, or jumping right knee.
Yeah.
He's not going to be teeping. He's not going to be double left kicking. He's not going to be playing nothing. He's just coming 100 miles an hour. So that obviously is going to be where he's going to get caught and hit and hurt and moved off balance. But like you say, he doesn't care, does he?
That's the thing. That is the thing.
That's why I'm going to get the bonus, because I'll be involved in the bonus type fight, the money changing life fight. Do you know what I mean? That's what we're after.
Obviously, you beat Seksan here, then you're obviously going to be closer to that contract. What would be your next fight? Would you like to pick? Because there's a lot of it's that weight class now on those one Lumpini Friday fight. All the best fighters of Thailand are all there now. There's some crazy like foreigners who are getting involved in it and stuff as well. Who would be your next fight? Do you reckon? Would you like?
Who's that one that Agati fought first time at 66?
Oh, the Russian Kuzmin.
He's not.
Yeah, somebody like that. A Kuzmin would be good. I think. Yeah, I like watching him. I like watching his fights, and I like his style and that. But it's not quite the pinnacle. It's not fucking non-go, is it just yet? I'm happy to do him, but give me the route first.
Well, to be honest, Nathan, I think that guy beat Agati when they fought, and I know a lot of other people do as well. So that obviously, if you got in with someone like him, they couldn't deny you a contract. Then it'd have to, the six figures would have to be on the table for you, mate. If you went in there and smashed Seksan and him back to back. I was training going at FA group and stuff. What's it like out there compared to being back home?
So FA, like, they're all really welcoming. There's a lot of young Thais, good Thais though, 20s, 21s, and they're all like very good because they ain't had the time to chill just yet, have they? Do you know what I mean? They're still under manners. So yeah, it's good there. It's good. The welcoming. Yothin is ridiculous.
Oh, mate, have you clinched him?
Yeah. Oh my god.
How bad is it?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Because he's only 122 pounds, mate, but he's probably is now and has been for the last 10 years, probably the best clincher in Thailand.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So yeah, it's really good. We're training twice a day, 5 a.m. runs, which I haven't been doing at home because no one gets up and runs at 5 a.m. when you ain't got to be at work till 12, have you? Do you know what I mean? You're chilling. But yeah, now it feels like I'm 21 again. Do you know what I mean?
So, obviously, I'm going to have to ask you about it. Carrillo's on the same card. You both got the same nutritionist. Is there been any banter? Because I'm guessing you're both going to be sat in sauna together, aren't you? So, has there been any needle or anything yet?
Nah, I haven't seen him, to be honest. Yeah. I haven't seen him. Pete's seen him. Pete, our mate here. Peter.
Oh, is he there, Rob? Yeah, easy, mate.
Go on, Pete.
Go on, Pete.
Old Quiff Richard.
So, Pete went and seen him in JP and that. I think they're all getting on well, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm like the dad between the two.
So, they're getting on well. I've got a job to do at the end of the day, and so is he. But I'm sure, why not a show on one championship?
Right, before we let you go, mate, has anyone else got anything they want to ask him about this fight? Any thoughts or anything they want to ask? Richard, you want to ask?
No, I mean, you just said you didn't think you knew what I thought. I actually think, yeah, I'm the same as you.
Yeah.
I think, Nathan, you've got every possibility of beating him. I think you're going to be stronger, probably slightly bigger. I do think you need to keep your discipline. Don't let yourself get involved in a war. I know you've got that $50,000 in your mind, but I think the worst way to fight him is to get drawn into that kind of fight with him. You've got to be disciplined. I think he's open to low kicks as well as boxing, so kick his legs from underneath him, can't stand up, can't balance, and I think that's one of your secrets towards winning.
I tried to humiliate him.
That's all right. You're technically a master. That's why you can humiliate him.
I think it's been done like when you unbalance someone and make it obvious that you've unbalanced him, because the whole point is when Seksan fights, he gets the crowd excited. When the crowd gets excited, you can't help but favour the excitement. And you get drawn into it, and everyone's like, "Oh, I want Saxon to win. Oh, Seksan," and then you kind of fade into the background. But if you dodge and like look at him like, "What was that?" Block a kick, fall to the floor, just like shake your head like, "Oh, for God's sake."
Boys,
you know what I mean?
That's what we've said. If you look at, I know the Carrillo fight. If you look at him fight Carrillo fought him perfectly.
Yeah,
it was the most entertaining fight to watch, but it was a perfect fight. I'm not as big as Carrillo, or I don't have that sort of movement finesse type thing. I will come and fight a bit more, but I am looking to try and.
The thing is, when you're wearing the difference, he had 8-ounce gloves on as well. When you stood in front of him in 4-ounce gloves, you're going to have to fight a little bit more, mate. It's going to be, it'll be a totally different fight. But like you said, then some of the stuff Nico did do it was just like the perfect way to fight him. He didn't let him catch balance. He didn't let him just stand there in one spot. He was moving off. He was kicking. He just, like you say, he had him all over the place. When you watched it, I watched him fight the other night against that Romanian again, and he was all over the place. And he was like, he's throwing stuff, and he's just like falling forward. And I think you went twice as hard as that Romanian. Yeah. Sorry,
if you kick his leg, he'll fall over and still swing spinning back elbows.
Yeah, exactly. But I think you're a lot stronger than the Romanian lad. Like, so yeah, good. Well, good luck. Thank you for dialing in quickly for us. I know you're waiting to go to bed because you're up at 5 a.m. But yeah, mate, everyone at UK will be tuning in on Friday, and everyone will be cheering for you, pal.
All right, mate. Guys, thanks a lot.
Get up,
appreciate
mate.
No worries,
Take
mate.
it easy, man.
See you soon.
See you later.
See you, Pete.
See you, Pete.
Just there. Let's talk about his fight a little bit versus Seksan. Obviously, we just broke it down with Nathan himself, but let's go back to Seksan, some of his first fight. Richard, the fight with Tyson Harrison. We're all sat there going, what the fuck is going on here? And do you know what as well? Let's give credit to Tyson because he's one of my favourite fighters. Because did you watch his fight with Ponksary?
Yeah, every time he fights, he's like
I wish he wouldn't do it every fight though, because he's only 22. He's going to have no longevity. But while he is doing it, it's entertaining for us.
I think he deserves a bonus as well though.
He got one.
Did he get
one
for
off
that?
Ponksary? Yeah. Let's go back to the Seksan fight anyway, because Richard, that was one of the most outrageous fights we've ever seen. We were all sat. I'm sure we watched Run It Live, and we're all going, "Oh, Seksan in little gloves. I don't know if I can watch it. I don't want to see him get knocked out because he was on a terrible loss streak, wasn't he? I think when he fought Nico, he'd only had about one win in 8 fights.
I thought he was on his way out.
And then we were like, oh, he must be done.
And he like 7 on trot now.
Yeah,
Is
no,
it 7 or 6?
he keeps winning now. He's won his last 3 on 1. Talk to us about the Tyson Harrison fight.
It was just mental, wasn't it? Absolutely. Harrison, getting away from the fight, but he's another one I don't know how he really makes the weight because he's massive. He's absolutely massive.
That was at 140 as well. We're at 63.5.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing in it, and he uses that size, doesn't he? That's how he's so successful. Really, he uses his size and his height really well. But he's hard as nails, isn't he? You know, it took everything Seksan could throw at him, and Seksan took everything he could throw at him, and it was just a war. There was no losers.
You know,
you were just saying about
everybody was a winner. Everybody was a winner.
Muangthai
Just watching
surprisingly technical. Well, I don't see that with Seksan or with certainly Harrison. You know, it's just get stuck in and have a scrap and have a war.
Yeah,
rely on your hardness.
Yeah, but the thing is, surely there's only so far that can take you in them little gloves because he got wobbled a few times badly by Tyson Harrison, and I think Nathan punches a lot harder than Tyson. Yeah. Tyson's tall and he's big and he's pretty slim. Bendon's short, stocky.
A lot more slicker.
He's stocky.
He can box.
He's had boxing fights. He knows how to put more than one shot together. He's also got
a slip out of there.
Yeah. So I see his boxing being a big problem for Seksan here, especially if he gets.
He needs to let his hands go though, because he's had like on the MTGP, the odd fight. I think it was his first one. You could tell he was like trying to load away.
MCL, wasn't he? And he couldn't train properly. He couldn't do anything, and that must have been in the back of his mind. I think through the whole tournament, his knee were a bit fucked.
I think he needs to be very active to beat him.
Has Seksan ever been put out? I mean,
one
face
time
down,
by
out.
Conqueror, one time.
Just one?
Just once.
Jesus.
And he went to do a long knee, and the southpaw hooked him at the same time, and that just put him out.
Yeah. So, 200 fights, so you'll be put out once.
Fighting the way he fights. The
way he fights.
The thing is, I can't believe he's not even been knocked down in the 4-ounce gloves yet because everyone who's fought in them. So who's he fought? He fought Harrison, then he fought that V2. Yeah. And he fought Clancy, didn't it?
Clancy.
I'll tell you something, even Clancy had a lot. Maybe not watched it. Clancy had a lot of success in that fight.
Yeah, well, I have to say that's why I've just said
stop him on a cut in that.
That's why I've just said to Bendon kick his legs, because actually Clancy had a lot of success kicking Seksan's legs.
Yep.
Disturbed his balance. He just kind of stopped doing it. But one of the strengths that Seksan has, and one of the things that why he doesn't get knocked out, is I don't think he gives anybody space. Don't give you space to land any big shots. He's on you, isn't he?
So you hit him, it's not a clean shot.
Yeah. It's going to have to be like uppercuts and stuff like that.
Maybe
but he's getting close to time it and
just keep disturbing his balance.
Well, the thing is, he can't block low kicks, Seksan, but he never goes down from him. Because I've seen him when he's fought like Jon Letpet and some of the other Thais, and they've just smashed his legs to smithereens, and he just doesn't care.
And I've seen him walking. He fought on. I can't even remember who he fought now. Was it one of the one Lumpinis when he fought? It was the one after Tyson Harrison.
Yeah, the Romanian. He beat
when he fought. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, And he had an absolute war. And then I saw him, I talked to him afterwards outside Lumpini. And it was like he'd never had a fight.
Yeah.
He didn't have a mark on him. He wasn't limping. He was just, on his way to get the bus home, basically.
With his little stick on his back and stuff on his back.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Rock hard.
There's some people who are just built different, and he's one of them. But where he might have success in is if he can shut Nathan down. And Nathan's got involved in a few wars on the last tournament he were in the 4 ounce gloves, and I think his shot selection went out the window a little bit, and he got sucked into wars. If he does that with Seksan, it's the wrong person to do it with. So he's going to have to pick his shots, time them, like Richard said, disturb the balance with the leg kicks, and then I honestly think Nathan can win that fight because, like we said, like Seksan. He's there to take damage. And
it is hard to beat Seksan right now because the crowd is behind him.
Do you know what I mean?
That you're fighting Seksan and the crowd because they want to see him.
Has Seksan
They
been
want to cheer
signed
him
yet?
on.
No,
I'm surprised that he's never been signed.
Because he never fights at any normal weights. He just does catch weight every fight, and he's happy doing that. He's getting a bonus every single fight. He's fought 3 times. He's got a bonus every time.
He can do what he wants.
He's
basically.
balling now. He's struggled his whole career to like build an house and stuff for his family. I think his first
He's
fight,
had a bonus every single
fight. I think his first fight he got 50 grand, and then he went away and did what he wanted to do his whole career. That's what pisses me off about people moaning about this stuff as well. It's like it's people like him who are benefiting from it. So yeah, stop moaning about that shit. Next one up. Now this is going to be Nabil versus Superlek. Nabil is about
Nabil.
6'3".
He's my guy.
He's the tallest lightweight I've ever seen.
I know.
Do you think he's good enough or into his own style enough yet to spoil Superlek enough to get anyone beat Superlek?
I think it might be one step. I'll be watching him.
Yeah.
I've been spoke to him online and that because I'm like, brilliant. When you do with BC, I didn't expect this fight this soon. Though.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone beats
Trains at
Superlek.
Venom, doesn't he?
Yeah, very tall, 6'2".
In the 4 ounce gloves.
He's not lost. I don't think he's lost for
a long time.
about 4 years or 5 years or something. And Superlek's hardly lost. He's, so it's an interesting fight because neither of them know how to lose.
Them Venom boys are clearing up though.
Yeah.
All on RWS shows as well. They're absolutely
because it suits them all.
clearing
They're
up.
all crazy warmongers.
They're all Iranians
who
though,
know how to
aren't they?
punch.
They're nuts.
But he lives in Thailand.
Yeah, he lives
doesn't
there. But he's different. He's really good at long knee and pressing you back. But he does let his hands go on that as well. I think his last loss
He likes to fight.
Yeah, his last loss were against Chorfal, like Richard said, quite a few years ago. But then they had a rematch and he beat him. That was last time I remember him losing. But yeah, he's so tall. And do you think he's going to be able to shut Superlek down to stop that right kick or not?
The right kick is the low kick though. Boxing and low kick will be Superlek's thing all the way through. And I'm like, his speed, his efficiency, his movement.
Just his IQ.
His
Superlek's like, you've got Tyres and then you've got Superlek where he's like so slick with his head movement. Yeah. His kick, the way he boxes now, because he can tell he's gone away and worked on his boxing. Yeah. He boxes like a boxer, but he's still got that kick as well.
I'd have built him up, Nabil. I'd have given him about 2 or 3 fights and dead sent him.
Do you know what I'm wondering what they're doing though? They're thinking, man, let's give him Nabil. He's all massive and tall and horrible, and he might cause some wild upset. Then we don't have to do Rodtang versus Superlek. Why don't you make the fucking fight that we all want instead of protecting him? But yeah, that is what it is. Richard, what do you see happening in that fight with him? How tall he is? Do you think he's good enough to shut Superlek down?
No, I don't. I think he'll give Superlek a bit of trouble first round because he will be awkward and it will be difficult to fight. But I think 3 3-minute rounds is long enough for Superlek to use his IQ and work it out. And I think probably later on, it may well be close for the first couple of rounds, and I think Superlek will steal it in the last round. Because I mean, you look at one championship scoring, the fighter can win round 1 and 2 and still lose the fight by losing round 3 a bit bigger. And I think that might be what happens here actually.
Yeah. To be fair, obviously I like watching Nabil, but Superlek's our boy. I don't like to see him lose.
Once he gets that range.
Yeah, and I want to see him just keep smashing it. I'm glad he's come back to Muay Thai and not kickboxing, because with how dangerous he is with his elbows and that, it's an injustice for the fans, I think. I like watching him have all his weapons to him. I like that horrible elbow he does through the middle.
You take it away. He's not the same fighter.
He's got that nasty side to him as well. He's not just always just score. When he wants to, he can turn it on the thing.
I'm glad he's coming back to Muay Thai. Obviously, he's going to have to defend his kickboxing belt at a point, I think, as well. But I want to see him be able to use his elbows, use his knees and everything, because he's just nasty. Main event rematch, Samir versus Prajanchai. The first fight, Prajanchai started really well and then dropped Samir and then faded a little bit. And And then after, like the weirdest thing I've ever seen, I've never seen a Thai quit on his stool because Lazeri just beat him into submission.
know.
And and the camera was in the corner. I remember him going right, get up, and he went,
No.
That was the weirdest.
I'm surprised.
I heard
Kick him out the
afterwards you
gym.
were poorly. Whether you were
It
poorly or not,
doesn't
you don't
matter.
just sit
It
on your
doesn't
stool and go, I'm
matter.
not getting up. He
doesn't
could have just
matter.
like waited till elbow hit him and gone,
I,
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Not just like that was. So there's going to be a lot on the at stake here for
if he does it
Prajanchai.
again, he's out.
If he
does it again, he's out.
Yeah, because if you'd be on Phuket, it'd be,
You know
fighting in Bangla Stadium, shipped
Selling-
it down.
selling
You're not even
seashells
getting
on
a
the
flight there. You're
beach.
getting that 12-hour overnight bus as well.
man.
Off you go. So this is for the interim title. Lazeri was meant to be defending his title, I believe, but he is out injured. So this is the interim title. So the winner of this is going to fight Lazeri. Samir destroyed Lazeri, but Lazeri's come on strong since that, and he's got himself back. And that last win over Prajanchai, I heard he was poorly, whether he was or not, I don't know. Prajanchai's surely been told by his gym, get your shit together here and you'll
Or
get
else,
that fight now.
or else.
Who do you see winning this one? You bring it in first, because Prajanchai's still only about, I believe he's about 28, 29-ish. Samir's nearly 40. Do you think he's got enough in the tank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prajanchai's been a lot more active over the last 3, 4, 5 years. He's fought at a much higher level. Samir's not had that many fights, has he, recently, really?
Yeah.
Um,
Obviously, he went to Petchendy
Moved
and
gym
then
as well,
he
and
had
he's
to-
gone to Bangtown now, isn't he?
Yeah, no, I think he's somewhere else now, isn't he, I thought?
No, he's at Bangtown.
Is he still there at
Phuket,
Bangtown?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
with Ajahn thingy. Yeah.
looking at it on paper, apart from the fact that he lost to Lazeri, which may have an excuse for, I can't see Samir
Yeah.
now being able to beat him. You know, 5, 10 years ago maybe. But,
Yeah.
But the 10 years ago, Samir. So yeah, I think Prajanchai will win it.
Yeah.
But there is that little bit of doubt because of the Lazeri fight.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, when they fought last time, Prajanchai just looked a little bit younger, a little bit fresher. He dropped him with a lovely time punch as well. So yeah, like you say, like the time hasn't been going back, has it? It's still been going forward. So Samir's a little bit older, a little bit more weathered, a little bit slower. What do you reckon, Crave?
I think Prajanchai should, to be honest, coast it. The only thing is, as well, who's Samir sparring at Bangtown? Because it's a very...
That's it, isn't it?
It's only Savas. It's a very MMA orientated gym there, so I just think Prajanchai will be a little bit too slick, and he should coast it, I think.
Well, he destroyed Ryan Sheehan, didn't he? But
Yeah.
that's
Again, Sheehan's not to that,
Yeah, he's
to that level where thing is. He looked very good in that fight, but again, you put Sheehan in front of someone who just wants to go to war every time. Someone like Samir's style, little changes, short, sharp shots, it's going to pick him off every time, and that's what he did. I think Prajanchai's had boxing fights. He's obviously a really good technician, so he's going to be up there technique-wise with him. He'll be able to handle his timing, and he did like last time as well. So, Badger, thoughts?
Samir,
You're going Samir, yeah?
I'm gonna go
Say
Samir
it's
because
pulling it out the bag.
Yeah, you know why? Because
Doing it for the old boys.
he's just hard to beat.
Yeah,
And he doesn't lose that often. So it's like he loses, win, loses, win. I think this is another win.
Yeah.
Because then if he gets Lazeri, it's another win.
Do you want 20 quid on it?
Go on, then. I'll take that. Because if he gets Lazeri again, you know what will happen.
you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. so he already sees past Prajanchai. If he gets Lazeri, he's going to be the king again. really.
I believe so.
Yeah, so
But and the thing is, this is going to be his last run at the title. He said he's coming back to have one last go. See if I can get the title again.
Eyes on the prize.
You know what? It would be nice to see him win as well
Eyes
because
on the prize.
he's had an incredible career. And if he could go out like this is it, gets to 40 years old, wins the belt one more time, it's just obviously there's a lot. It's a big ask because Prajanchai is.
Even when he loses, nobody breaks him. Someone beats him by a couple of points.
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
seen him give up. I've never seen him just be like, oh, that's it.
Yeah. To be fair, when they fought Prajanchai last time, he lost the first 3 rounds and started to come back 4 and 5.
5.
And if he wouldn't have got knocked down in, I think it's 2 or 3, then it could have been a lot closer. So yeah, that's an interesting one. So yeah, that card is this Friday. I was meant to be going out to commentate on it as well, but I'm moving out, so I'm gutted. I'm gonna have to fucking keep watching my phone all day. So yeah, this Friday, one championship. There's a massive MMA fight on it as well. I think that's
And 2 heavyweights.
2 heavyweights. Yeah. I can't pronounce the name, so I'm not even going to try.
Buller,
and
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I was
This is
there
a
when
Thai
that-
boxing podcast. It's not very...
I was there when the Russian guy he fought that Derrida, didn't he?
Yeah.
And
They
the-
knocked him out badly, didn't he?
Building that
Yeah.
up to be a good fight. He's a grappler, isn't he? And he banged him out.
Yeah.
And I looked at his record, and he's never been the distance that Russian. Never been the distance. Most of his fights are knockout, but with submissions as well.
Right.
And he's won. He's never lost, and he's never been the distance.
Fucking hell. Right, yeah, so don't blink in that one then.
Yeah.
Someone's getting it. This Friday, guys, thank you for joining us. Is there what else we missed there? The Indies, there's not. Well, what else coming up? You want to mention about the juniors going away to fight in the WBC? You the...
Yeah, I'm Team England coach for the WBC Muay Thai amateur team, which is going out to Venice on Wednesday. We've got the tournament Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Venice, Festival of Muay Thai. It's fighters from all over the world.
There's some famous guys going for seminars and stuff as well.
Yeah, some big seminars. I'm doing a seminar myself.
The biggest.
Yeah. The biggest of all, the biggest dog.
This is right. Big dog seminars, mine's called. There's it's going to be really good. They've got a lot of educational stuff on as well. Like I said, seminars and judging courses and refereeing courses and stuff like that. Even I think there's a couple of business leaders type things on. Matt Lucas is coming over from Bangkok, from Pattaya, to do that. So it's looking like it's going to be a really good event. We've got 36 fighters for Team England, so me and Lisa are managing all that and looking after them. So I am not entirely sure if I'm looking forward to it, because we've got to get the bus at 7:30 every morning, and we're coming back about 7 o'clock every night.
Going to be a long day, but we absolutely smashed it last time we did the WBC tournament, didn't we?
Yeah. Canada, we won team of the tournament last time in Canada. So let's hope.
Right, yeah. Good luck to all the boys and girls who are fighting on that. When's that? This Friday.
Well, yeah, I think the fights start on Friday.
Yeah.
Opening ceremony on opening day Thursday. Then the fights start Friday. Finlay and Fergus are both fighting. Finlay's got a really busy category. There's 14 in this cat, so that should be.
And he got 4 fights or something.
Well, if he wins, to get to the final, he'll have to have 4 fights, which means he'll be fighting every day. In fact, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He'll actually have to have 2 fights on one day.
Will he?
Yeah, imagine making weight every day for 4 days.
Well, that's the thing. That's the
Don't
thing.
speak to me. Don't even look at me. I just be sat there in the mood the whole time.
It's not worse than weighing in and wanting to gorge, but then winning your first fight and wanting to gorge. When does my reward come? Where's my reward?
It's you win or you eat. That's what they say.
Yeah, true.
I'd win. I just walk back to my room and just close the door. just
go away.
There'll be Venice, so there'll be some ice cream and pasta beans and some Peroni going down and all the rest of it. But
I'd probably take a dive in the third fight just to get something to eat. Badger, I know you fight. Get up. Oh, fuck's sake.
Right. Cheers, guys. Thank you for joining us, and we will be back soon. Nice one.